Well, hey guys, somewhere on the trail here, and I'm about 8 days from heading out to Arizona and getting this Arizona trail thing started for my first 2020 hike, and I am really super excited about getting out there. And I just kind of had a question for you guys today. If you were doing the Arizona Trail, or if you have done the Arizona Trail, which type of tent or shelter would you take with you? My options for this are, I have the big Agnes copper Spur 2-man tent. I've got a big Agnes Fly Creek 1-person tent. And I have the old Zpacks Duplex 2-man tent. And just to tell you what my thoughts are on it, I really love these big Agnes tents. I'm not going to lie to you. I love the freestanding. It's so easy when you get into camp to just throw it up, especially if it's not windy or you don't need a rain fly. You can just throw that thing up and throw your gear in there and settle in. And I really like that. But one thing I don't like about it is that it's just a lot of pieces. You've got the rain fly, you've got the tent body, you've got the poles, you've got the stakes, and you have a ground sheet. And so it's kind of a lot to lug around, especially this is probably going to take me 6 or 8 weeks. And the upside now with the Duplex is that it's just the tent, you know, and the stakes. And I've already got the trekking poles, so I don't have to carry any poles. And honestly, I took this copper Spur on my last hike. I got stuff falling out of here. And I really did like it. I liked it a lot, in fact. And I love that it's a dome style tent. I love that whenever I wake up and I'm getting ready in the morning, I have a lot of room in there, sort of under the dome, you know, to get everything put in my backpack and get ready to go, whereas the Duplex is more of that A-frame style, so you know your head has to be in the middle. You can't be on one end trying to get ready, and so it's a little harder to move around inside the Duplex. And I'll be honest with you guys, when I bought this Duplex, you know, they're a little pricey, and I just expected to really love this tent, and I really didn't care for it too much when I first got it. I mean, I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. And I've always loved these big Agnes tents. I think I got used to the dome style and all that room, but when I was on this last hike, I think with the multi-day hiking, if you'll remember, I took this one for the first week, and then when I got to Story, Arkansas, I switched out and I grabbed my Duplex there, which luckily I had thought to bring with me in case I didn't like this, because I had never used the copper Spur, so I wasn't sure how I would feel about it. Anyway, I did really like the tent, and I think that if I were just going out on an overnighter or something, that I would probably take it because I do like it. But I think that I realized on multi-day hiking, I started to understand why the Zpacks tent was designed the way it was, because just having the tent and the stakes is, I mean, it really can't get any simpler than that. I mean, and not to mention, if you happen to wake up and you're getting rained on, which did happen to me the morning that I was going to switch these out, thankfully. And I mean, this big Agnes just got, before I could get all this in here and get it all torn down, I was pretty soaked, and it was really soaked. The rain fly and everything was just drenched, and it took quite a while for it to dry out in a motel room hanging over the shower and everything. So that's kind of a downside to it, is if it's raining and you have to really haul butt to get everything put away, it's gonna, you know, take more time and you're going to get wet. So I switched to this, and I really started to understand the value of the simplicity of this on a through hike. And so I'm feeling like this is going to be my go-to for the Arizona Trail. Simply because it's the lightest of all these tents. I don't have to carry the poles. I can use my trekking poles. Don't need a ground sheet. No rain fly. It's all sort of self-contained. It is the A-frame style, which is a little harder, but if it were to start raining, I could get everything inside my backpack, inside the tent, and jump out, and then all I would have is the tent to get down, and I could, you know, rig the umbrella in my strap and tear the tent down and just stick it in the back mesh pocket, and it would be the only thing that would be wet would be the tent body. And the one thing, if you have one of these, that you'll probably notice is they dry out really, really fast, and I love that about them. This takes quite a while to dry, and that could be an issue on multi-days, but I've never had any problems with this Duplex. I mean, I'll wake up and it'll be ice covered, and it's just, I pack it up like that, I take it out, it's dry. It's fantastic, and like I said, I think I really understand the value of the way this tent was made after multi-day hiking with it. You really start to appreciate it more, and that's how I kind of fell in love with it, I guess. After this last hike, I really started going, okay, I get it now, and I really do love this tent. So with that being said, I would like to know what you guys have, if any of you have ever done the Arizona Trail or just desert hiking, let me know what you think about this. I know I'll have to stake it down every night, but I'm okay with that. I can use rocks and stuff. And so yeah, I'd like to know your opinion. If you have a Duplex or if you've hiked the Arizona Trail, let me know your thoughts on that. If you have a big Agnes, let me know, you know, why you would prefer that over this. Maybe there's something I'm missing, and there may be some of you that have a completely different setup that you know, think is better than all this, and I would really like to hear about that. And with that, I would like to just say that I may try, I'm not certain, but I might do cowboy camping on this. I've heard it's really great in the desert. I've never done it, but I think I might try it. I may just set my tent up and sleep outside, and that way if I don't like it, I could just get inside. But I'm gonna take a sheet of that poly cryo with me, and I may give it a shot. But yeah, so I got about 8 days before I'm heading out. I'm gonna drive out there and just, you know, enjoy the landscape on the way, spend a day in that little town, Sierra Vista, before I get started, and I should be on the trail within like 10 days. So I appreciate you guys watching this, and I'd like to get your comments. If you have any thoughts on this, please let me know. And next stop, Arizona. I'll see you somewhere on the trail. Thanks, guys.